This, for those of you who aren't familiar with it, is the Honda Veradero, which Honda Canada has pulled from Europe to fill the adventure gap in its lineup. According to the Honda marketing pattern, from the Alps of Germany to the dunes of Africa and beyond, the Veradero has carved out a reputation as a bike that's fully equipped to take you on the adventure of your dreams. But that's marketing speak, and it proves nothing other than I can't read aloud off an iPhone. It certainly looks like an adventure bike. There's the 90-degree V Twin, lifted from the VTR, which puts out 93 horsepower and 72 pound-feet of torque. And that's tied to the rear tire by a relatively easy-to-repair chain. And for rubber, we have vaguely adventurous Bridgestone trail wings, wrapped around a 19-inch rim. A good circumference for rolling over top minor obstacles. Beyond that, the engineers haven't been kind to the Veradero in adventure terms. There's linked braking and ABS, which limits your braking control in the dirt. There's 43mm front forks, which are on the reedy side for a bike this size. There's also triple spoke cast aluminum wheels. Now all this is fine for the street, but how will it work out in the dirt, or other surfaces? There are of course weightier issues, like the weight. 610 pounds. So it weighs more than a BMW R1200 GS Adventure. And that's no ballerina. Oh dear. So the Veradero is starting to sound more like a big touring bike than an adventure bike. But at OneWheelDrive, we're all about letting a bike stand or fall. Okay, hopefully not fall, all on its own. So we're doing what we always do and take it on an adventure. Which means we needed a destination, preferably one synonymous with motorsport and adventure. The Alps aren't handy, Africa isn't handy, but the Baja is handy. And here's our route. 8,500 kilometers worth of riding, from Northern California to the very tip of the Baja, crossing the Tropic of Cancer. Before we take the Veradero to the Baja, some upgrades are in order. Some proper handguards wouldn't hurt. No side-mounted radiators? Well, they're going to need some protection. They're not going to hold up in a fall. And we'd best protect those fairings, too, while we're at it. Since this won't be a short ride, we're going to need some luggage also. So we're going to call our friends at Twisted Throttle. Gentlemen, we can rebuild him. Better than he was before. Better. Stronger. Yeah, no, we can't do faster on this one. So cue the 80s montage.
$418 pieces, including anti-theft device.
What? It's an adventure bike.
So why is it no matter how many of these things I buy to refill, every single project, I'm always one short?
Just so you know, I am actually mechanically hopeless. Honda shouldn't even let me touch this with a wrench.
That's a whole lot of cable. Thankfully, we have a whole lot of dash.
That is slicker than a RAM mount any day. Doesn't actually fit the Zumo 660. You might recognize those as part of the vibration damping on the bar ends. I'm not sure the electric tank bags have enough cable.
The correct way to really mount this would be to weld a tab on here.
Five days later, our labors were complete. The Veraderos were armored for adventure.
Oh, I'm blind!
Which means we were finally ready to head south.
was a hell of a nice way to start today. 40 miles of first and second gear, windy, twisty road. 253, the Boonville Road, starting from Ukiah out to Boonville. And then the 128, back down through wine country and back to the 101. For today, we've got to get as far south as we can through the madness of LA. Really, there is no good way. It's breaking my heart riding past all the Malibu canyons. There's always the way back.
And more importantly, what lays ahead is the Baja proper. A peninsula of culture and adventure that we've never had a chance to explore before. So excuse us for making a run for the border.